heart, every voice of flame. We rise together.
Good afternoon, John and Mark. You are welcome to Be More Developmental Services. We are dedicated to empowering individuals through tailored support and support services. We believe that we should be comprehensive, compassionate, and also a person-centered company that provides opportunities for individuals who are disabled. Today, I have the privilege and honor to have two individuals who don't just work or do things that are regular. They are extraordinary individuals who have given me their time and the pleasure to get to know them. John Cronin and a young man with Down syndrome and his amazing father, Mark Cronin, are co-founders of John Crazy Socks, the world's largest online sock store. The mission is simple, yet very powerful. They provide happiness, they champion inclusion, and they showcase the abilities of all people. More than half of their employees provide opportunities that reflect Be More vision, empowering in potential and enriching lives. As an award-winning entrepreneur and global advocate, John and Mark are global advocates and entrepreneurs that have tested and also testified before the U.S. Congress. They have spoken at the United Nations, and they have inspired audiences worldwide. It is with great joy and pleasure that we welcome John and Mark to this amazing platform. Thank you so much, John and Mark, for coming. We here at Be More honestly love you. You're like family to us. We thank you for your time, your vision, and everything. So please take the stage.
My name is John. This is my dad, Mark. We are John Crazy Socks, and our mission is spreading happiness.
Spreading happiness.
So, John, can you briefly introduce and tell us the story behind John's Crazy Socks? How did it start? What was the motivation?
It starts here on suburban Long Island in a town called Huntington, outside New York City. And where were you?
I was at Huntington High School. I'm going to be my last year of school.
So John's in his last year of school, and like everybody else, he's trying to figure out, just like you in the audience, what am I going to do next? What comes after school? And what were you looking at?
I like a job, program, and school. I can't find career options I don't like.
Couldn't find anything he liked. And we know, this is the unfortunate reality. You have Down syndrome.
I am.
There just aren't enough opportunities for people with differing abilities. But John here,
yes,
you are a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
Right? You couldn't find a job. What do you say?
I said, I want to create one. I want to make one. I told my dad I want to be with him. And next, father and I been together.
Yeah, father-son business together.
Yeah, Dad.
And eventually, after a couple of ideas we weren't going to pursue,
True.
right, you said we should sell.
I want to sell Crazy Socks.
Crazy Socks. And why socks?
Why socks? It's fun. It's creative. It always let me be me. My dad and I try around look for those socks.
We used to drive around looking for these socks.
Yeah, we did.
So we figured if he loved them that much, surely other people would too.
Yeah.
So what we did was go the lean startup route. We didn't want to overthink it. We wanted to get something up quick so that we could then let our customers tell us whether or not this was a good idea. So we built a website.
Yeah, we did.
Got a little bit of inventory. And then the only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page. And I would take out my cell phone and we made videos.
Yes.
And who do you think was in those videos?
I talk about socks. Socks, more socks.
Socks, and more socks.
Yes.
And we opened in the middle of December, not knowing what would happen. And that very first day, we got 42 orders. It felt like a flood of orders. And most of them were local. That made sense. Most were in Huntington because he's in high school. That's where we live. We had temporary office space there. So how did we decide to deliver those first orders?
The first order of our home deliveries, we get red boxes, we put a sock in the box, we put in candy, put in Hershey's Kisses in
Hershey's Kisses, right? We got thanks Hershey's Kisses, brought them in.
Yeah, put a thing in the railroad.
And you added a thank you note. And we loaded up the car.
Yeah,
and we drove around, and you knocked on doors delivering socks.
I did.
How'd the customers respond?
A customer loved the socks. Customer loved me.
They love you, huh?
Yes.
We've now shipped over 500,000 packages to 94 different countries. We've been able to create jobs, more than over 20 jobs. More than half of our colleagues have a differing ability. Our giving back program, John has donated over $800,000 to charity programs like
Special Olympics,
Special Olympics,
National Society,
the Autism Society of America,
yes.
United Cerebral Palsy, and you like to say,
"Just get started."
Just get started.
Amazing. I think one of the things that makes your business so unique is that your story proves that inclusion is not just the right thing to do. It's good business and stronger at making and creating building. So at Be More Vision, we're so excited to hear your vision and to know how you started from just a Christmas to ending up having over 4,000 socks, the world's largest online shop. I want to know what has inspired you to create a company that not only sells stock, but also champions inclusion and opportunity.
Well, we start with you, right?
Yes, sir.
You have Down syndrome. What do you say about Down syndrome?
I said myself, I have Down syndrome. Down syndrome never hold me back.
So we know, with a lot of this, we're partners, and John's the face of the business.
I am that.
And it's really important that people can see what you can do. Mm-hmm. From the very beginning, we employed people with different abilities. We needed extra hands. When we started, it was just the two of us. We needed extra hands. So who did we get? Some of his classmates that were in the special ed program, right? And so that's become very important to us. Let's show the world what people with different abilities can do. So you give the tours.
I do. I give tours.
John has given tours to more than 4,000
Yeah,
people.
It's really cool.
It's really important for people with differing abilities to see other people like themselves working.
What challenges did you face when starting John's Crazy Socks, and how did you overcome them? Because a lot of people who want to start a business are excited with an idea, but don't necessarily know the challenges that are ahead, and sometimes don't fulfill their calling or their mission at the job.
Entrepreneurs like John,
yes,
take action. A lot of people think about doing things, and they want to wait until everything is, just the right time or it's perfect. Forget that. You just got to go do. Are there going to be challenges? Absolutely. Are you going to have problems? It's not a question of will you have problems. You're going to have problems. It's how do you respond to them? So, if you're out there and you're thinking of starting your own business, if I told you everything that you'd have to learn and know, you would say, I'm never doing this. You just got to get going and go forward, and you learn as you go.
You hear that, guys? Learn all the time. Very important to learn. John's Crazy Socks employs many people with differing abilities. What impact have you seen on the employees themselves and the business as a whole?
Tell them about Thomas?
Yeah, that's a really quick story.
Thomas. So Thomas's mother called us up in October of 2017 and said, I hear you hire people like my son. I want you to give him a job. And our colleague said, okay, but we're not hiring now. When we have an opening, we'll post that. Well, she called every day.
Yep.
Because she's a mom. And I spoke to her and I said, tell me about Thomas. And so she says, well, he's a young man with autism, early 20s. He's in a very bad way. He's very depressed. We can't get him to join any programs. We have trouble just getting him to come out of his room. He doesn't want to shower or shave. And he hasn't spoken to his father in over 6 months. Sounds like a wonderful employee. And when we had an opening, Thomas came out and he applied for a job in our warehouse. We run a pick and pack warehouse. What do we call our pickers?
Sock wranglers.
Sock wranglers. And to get the sock wrangler job, we don't give out jobs, right? You know, if you get to know us, you'll find that John here, you're a very nice guy.
I am.
I am not. If you're going to work here, you got to produce. So to get that sock wrangler job, you have to pass the sock wrangler test. I mean, we provide the training, but you got to pass the test. Thomas passes that sock wrangler test as if he was put on this earth to be a sock wrangler. He does such great work. And now, that young man, when he started, wouldn't look at you and wouldn't talk to anybody. He is showered and shaved and waiting for his father to drive him to work. And when he gets here, he goes around the whole building wishing everybody a good morning. And last year, at his brother's wedding, to the utter joy and surprise of his family, he stood up and gave the best man toast. Now, I want to be really clear. We did nothing. No special programs, no special training, no government funding. All we did was give Thomas the opportunity to earn a job.
You answered some of my questions through your story. I think it's amazing to hear that. I think one of the things I want to know is, what would you say to employers that are hesitant about hiring individuals with developmental disabilities?
Well, by far, the best pool for us are people with different abilities. They want to be here. They're enthusiastic. They're excited. They never miss work. They care about what they do. They're reliable. They're trustworthy. That's a great pool. And I was talking recently to a person who owns a staffing company. And he's saying, let me get this straight. You're running a warehouse and you got workers you say are great. He says, most people run warehouses. They can't find it. They're struggling to find employees. And when they do, they frequently show up high or drunk, and then they just stop showing up. Well, look at the advantage we have. And the outcomes? We do same-day shipping.
Yes.
And our error rate is 0.2 of 1%. We'll match that against anybody. And that's because of the people we hire. So that's, where I want to show that to employers, not tell. I want to show how it gives a competitive advantage.
And what are your hopes for the future of John's Crazy Socks in terms of advocacy, growth, and impact?
Well, we're trying to grow John's Crazy Socks. So we're trying to grow and deal more, direct to consumer through our website. We sell and provide services for other businesses. And we got to get into the retail space. So our partners were supposed to do that, didn't work out. And that's have other stores carry us. But John and I are going on and doing more. We have created an organization called Abilities Rising.
Yes.
Has us very excited. All about sharing and spreading joy and showing what people with different abilities can do. It's actually a constellation of businesses. One group is e-commerce, so it includes John's Crazy Socks. But it's about reaching people, showing products and creating jobs. Then there's a second group, which is about giving voice for people.
That from the founder of John's Crazy Socks. That's amazing. Before we wrap up, If you could leave our audience with one message about inclusion, power of opportunity, disabilities, what would it be?
Let people show you what they can do. Everybody needs more Nicks and Johns and Thomases working for them.